getting to sound like a broken record, but another frustrating afternoon, frustrating evening. Made two critical plays that really hurt us. At 7-7, we thought we'd go into half at least 10-7, ball on 30. We missed the protection. All of a sudden, we have to punt. So we go in at 7. And then everybody saw we're down 14-7. We got a screen play, probably going to score a touchdown. And one of our guys runs into our ball carrier. So all of a sudden, we don't get a score. And then they score again and made it a tough evening. Lost to a very good football team. But we got to look forward to the next one. We got to look forward to the next one.
Who's quarterback this week?
I'll let you know when we find out the health of our guys.
What is the health of Sean?
He's met with Dr. Prentice this morning, and we haven't had the results yet. We don't have the results back yet.
Is Sean more healthy? Be Sean this week?
Pardon me?
Is Sean more healthy?
He'd probably have the first go-round. We're going to look a little bit at Cayman. I thought Jeremy played okay in spurts, but they figured him out pretty quick. So we'll see. You know, and we're not going to really know in the middle of the week. You don't want to mess with heads, right? I mean, it's everybody's so, and rightfully so, concerned about all that. So we'll have to wait and see.
What does after the fall camp and 10 games through here, what do you see in Cayman that makes Cayman?
Well, you know, Cayman missed all spring, and he missed the first 3 games of the season. He's a bright guy. He's very into it. That experience. He grew up from that experience. And he knows his role. He knows that what lies ahead. But we need to give him a shot. It's hard to give 3 quarterbacks a chance, especially once the season starts, because the first guy always varies. I've had first guys that don't need a lot of reps. I've had first guys that need a lot of reps. And Sean was a rep guy. He needed to take the majority of reps to get himself ready. I keep relating back to Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer needed every single rep in practice, because once he got it, but it took him a while. Other guys, it didn't take as long. So Sean needed the reps.
Is there such a thing as you know, a lot of coaches talk about it in every sport, but like a practice player, maybe a guy who excels when it's in the practice setting, and as opposed to guys who perhaps are able to show flashes under the game lights, they're more of gamers. Does that exist in your opinion?
Not in my mind. In all the years I've coached, there was one guy, a receiver we had, that could really turn, but for the 99% of the time, I think that's who we. I mean, you got to practice. You have to practice. That's my opinion. You asked my opinion. I've not seen that very much. A guy cannot not practice and play well.
Will Gregory be back this week?
That's a good question, Dave. We're going to have to judge that. We're going to have to evaluate that as well. In fact, I'm going to talk to him today.
You talk about practice guys. It seems like Joey does one thing and plays at one speed in practice and plays another in the game.
Well,
that way you can adjust it.
That's the mistake, and I talk to Joey about that all the time. If you have to increase your game speed, it means you're not practicing very well. We like to think that we practice as hard as we can play, because come Saturday, nothing's different. And Joey tries to make things happen, and that's what gets him in trouble, which means he's not going full speed in practice, which is wrong. And Joey and I have talked about that already. The one time that he fumbled, that we luckily got back, he did that. He went, "Ooh, you know, Joey, you just go through your steps, to your normal zone read steps," and that's what we have to. What we're attempting to teach our players, that you practice, and come Saturday, it's the same deal. You're just putting on a different jersey. Because if you're going fast on Saturday, it means you haven't worked hard on Tuesday, which is not right.
It's not an adrenaline thing. In the game, you're not playing a little bit more.
I'm not. You're asking one man's opinion. You need to play the way you practice.
Missed protection seems to be a continual theme. I'm sure one you would like to not have. But is this more of a physical or mental thing, or both?
That's a interesting question. We're getting overpowered a little bit. I think the scheme is there. I think we know. You watch Joey. Joey, we had a blitz. We had a sack, or close to a sack, and on the tape, Joey is pointing to his guy. He knows which guy he's supposed to go after, and the guy beats our tackle and makes a sack. You know, and they did a lot of twisting and blitzing, that we call it. So I think we know our protection schemes. I think our players know our protection schemes. We just sometimes get overrun. you just get overpowered.
Is that a conditioning thing, or is that
Hmm?
something you're gonna have to adjust?
That's
to
an
off season?
experience thing, that's a practice thing, you know, we just gotta keep going and going and working at it, and, you know, certainly we work at the techniques and all that kind of stuff.
Coach, it's still early in the week, but what do you see in UNLV that you guys didn't have to prep for?
Well, we've looked a lot of tape. It's an interesting team. They beat Air Force. They beat who else did they beat? There was a pretty good win for them, New Mexico, and yet they didn't play well against Wyoming. It seems to be an up and down team, kind of going through what we're going through. They played a backup quarterback the other day, and if you know, it's just a team that does this and this, just kind of like we do, but a very talented team. A bunch of seniors and juniors on the defense, and so we're just gonna have to. You'll see how they show up. They're not real complicated schematically, but they do a good job at what they do.
Getting back to the practice and game kind of play, I think that's where there's a disconnect with the fans, because they're not there in practice every day. You see these guys in practice every day, so you grade them out accordingly. What would you say would be how you would grade them out, Cayman versus Jeremy versus Sean, and just what you've seen on a daily basis?
Well, I'm a coach. Why would I not play what we thought was the best guy? You know, we're going to play what we think is the best guy from seeing it day in and day out. Now, Cayman obviously didn't get a chance last spring or the first part of camp, right? Because we knew he wasn't going to be able to play, so he's had to come from behind and away. And like I said earlier, you don't get a lot of reps as a third-team quarterback. You get a lot of mental reps as a third-team quarterback. And Cayman has not had enough reps to warrant any other kind of move. We practice every day now. You know, we practice hard every time we go out, and we don't try not to practice too long. But and we're in meetings for a bunch of times. Cayman's smart enough. Cayman's capable enough.
If you go back in time, would you have redshirted Ikaika?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ikaika Woolsey, he's not ready. Mentally, he's not ready.
He's ready if he is.
Physically, he's very, very talented, but he's not ready mentally. As far as this style of football is concerned, I think he has a chance to be an excellent player. The guy we wouldn't have redshirted is the other guy that was forced to
For
redshirt.
him? Why don't you just play him and take the hit? What's the NCAA gonna do to you that you haven't experienced already?
Yeah. Well, you're older on the offensive line. You know, we playing with two freshmen, but they're doing a nice job for us.
Coach, with Thanksgiving coming up, how does that kind of alter the practice schedule?
This season has been so unique because as a coach, I'm used to routine, and we have not been in any kind of routine. Playing on Friday, playing on this and that, and Thanksgiving, and it's altering a lot. We're going to give them, obviously, give them the afternoon off. We're going to practice in the morning, and I just found out that we have no school on Friday, and every chance you get, this university has a holiday, so we'll practice later on in the afternoon, and then go to the hotel.
Do you want to talk about the uniform?
Well, yeah, this is the Wounded Warrior Project. I was a part of it. I had just missed it when we got to Utah. It's a it's a cool deal Under Armour puts on to support the veterans. They will auction off the uniforms on a stand, and the proceeds will go to the Under Armour, to the Wounded Warrior Project. I think the kids get to keep the shoes, and it's really a cool deal. It's really, Under Armour puts that forth. It costs the university some money, but I think it gets it back. So we're honored that they would allow us to do it. You know, I think we in Texas Tech, I think we're the two schools this go on, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to wear this uniform and different helmets and all that. I'm going to wear it with a lot of pride. Our kids are excited about it.
So Utah's an Under Armour school also?
Yes.
Okay. So you have some familiarity
Yes.
with them, and
Yes.
you expect that will continue here for the new contract or whatever?
We'll find out very soon.
What about the pants? Are there, what color pants?
I believe they're white with the stars and stripes on it, though. And the helmet is unique as well. Yeah.
Did Derek auction it off already, or what?
Huh?
Or is it- okay.
What's that?
Who's the helmet?
The helmets are cool.
Yeah, the helmet's white, but they're doing it right now, so, you know, we don't have one.
I don't know.
It's white pants? Or
I
black
think
pants?
it's blue pants,
I
dark
think-
blue pants.
Is it? I thought it was white with a lot of dark blue stuff. Or
White helmet.
White helmet. It's cool.
The
though.
H has like the stars and stripes and stuff.
Yes, yes. It's white helmet, the H's and stars and stripes. Really, like I said, When we got there, Utah had done it the year before, and they were very, very proud of it, as we will be. The shoes as well. The shoes are unique as well. Hopefully that'll make us play better.